Hello, this is Tom Still from the Wisconsin Technology Council. Thank you for joining us for today's edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by the Tech Council in partnership with WisBusiness.com and with the help of our sponsors, BDO and Exact Sciences. Welcome back to the show. Our Swift Entrepreneurs Project, which involves teaching entrepreneurs the basics of a business, has been ongoing in Wisconsin so far this summer, and it's going to continue this fall. You'll see some of the dates in front of you. The Tech Council carries out its policy missions in many different ways, both at the state and federal level. You'll see a couple of examples in front of you. We recently supported a broadband bill that'll stretch the amount of federal dollars that come into Wisconsin. And we're members of the Tech Councils of North America, which is a group of organizations around the country and in Canada that look a lot like us in terms of their types of work. And so our senior director, Angela Slowbaum, was there recently in Seattle to learn about some best practices. There are a number of events on our calendar. There will be a series of road shows on National Science Foundation's interest in water and energy innovation in Wisconsin. Our Tech Council Innovation Network will have 3 different meetings in September, and in early October, we'll partner with In Business Magazine on a panel discussion about AI and its opportunities for business. Our Wisconsin portfolio report on angel and venture investing in Wisconsin is out. You see the link on the screen in front of you. Take a look and you'll learn more about trends that are happening in Wisconsin. Next up, this week's guest, Bekki Yang from WorkShift, was the winner of the Business Services category in the Governor's Business Plan Contest. Hello, everyone. I'm back with Bekki Yang from WorkShift, which won the Business Services category in this year's Governor's Business Plan Contest, which was the 20th annual. Welcome, Bekki.
Hi, Tom. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, first, obviously, tell people what WorkShift does. I know this is something you and your partner have worked on for a little bit, and how you feel it might be solving a problem in the larger workforce.
Yeah. So WorkShift essentially is a marketplace where we are connecting local restaurants, hospitality groups with local talent, specifically in the hospitality service industry professionals, and allowing them to connect on our platform. Businesses are able to post their shifts that are either going unfilled or they just need to staff up, post that into our platform, and then workers or the talents who created a profile are then notified of various shifts that are available in their area, and they can pick up shifts or what we'll call gigs, and work those gigs in helping to solve a few things. One is just solving the big dilemma that we know restaurants and hospitality is facing right now in terms of labor shortage. And then 2, we also know that the labor market has shrunk, the talent pool has shrunk. And so allowing these businesses to almost share in a talent pool will allow them to be able to fill their unfilled gigs or shifts quicker and on demand as needed.
Well, thank you very much. And it's hard to go anywhere these days where you don't hear about worker shortages or read about it. And I think it crosses sectors, but is it getting any better, worse in the hospitality sector where I know you focus?
Yeah, well, it's I wouldn't say it's getting, the good thing is there are more people returning back into the industry. So post the pandemic, about 50% of restaurant hospitality service industry left the industry. One, just because there was a lot of shutdowns with businesses in general. And then 2, a lot of them just felt underpaid, overworked, and they went down other career paths. And now post-pandemic, 2023, as live as we know it returns, as more restaurants and hospitality groups are opening more in the area. We also know that inflation has dramatically increased. So all of those factors have now created a opportunity for businesses to begin to start reaching out to workers And because of inflation, workers are looking for that extra cash too. So they are reaching back into the industry that they know of and providing services back to the industry. In
Excellent.
general, it's still a very fierce, competitive landscape. Competition for workers just continues to be fierce, and that's not just with the restaurant and hospitality industry, but that's across, many industries, from healthcare to retailers, and manufacturing.
Mhm. Well, thank you. And, as I mentioned at the outset, you and your partners, you won the business services category in this year's Governor's Business Plan contest. What did you learn? What did you get out of it that you think was helpful for you?
There's not a rule book that you can follow in this startup industry. Everyone kind of goes and has their own experience navigating the startup world. And if it's not for the Wisconsin Tech Council and businesses or conferences such as the Wisconsin Governor's Businesses, to at least give us some idea of where our journey may begin and where we may even start to kind of navigate ourselves, it would be even tougher. So I definitely appreciate that there was just a lot of knowledge, shared knowledge, being provided throughout the conference.
Well, thank you, Becky. Yes, you're right. It's a long and sometimes tortuous path. So
Yes.
Congratulations again to Becky Yang and WorkShift. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again to our sponsors, BDO and Exact Sciences. We'll see you next time.